are we hopping right into this match? Nagoya versus TAMU. Final match before the break. Could be anyone's game, depending on how Nagoya has worked on their robots.
One game start. TAMU versus Nagoya. TAMU, really, hallmark of their team this year is the speed at which the standard is able to get out, get the projectiles, and get going. Mixed with the barrel heat, Matt, a level 1 absolute menace.
Looks like the hero is going to be taking some fire. Possibly not being registered.
I don't think any of that
hit.
hit.
There's the registration.
Uh-oh, the standard for Texas A&M also taking some heat.
Yeah, but that hero is very low health, as well as the standard is now getting lowered from Nagoya.
Blood.
TAMU gets an early level 2 lead, taking out the standard from Nagoya.
Oh, so close.
And that's going to be another double kill, or not another, but another kill to make it a double.
Matt, I think that kill was with a negative bullet, a negative projectile. You can only spend until you run out of munitions.
Yep.
But it takes a second just because of
process.
momentum. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you get a couple extra. I've been seeing people get into the -9s, I think, on the UIs.
Well, it looks like they're going to be going back and getting some more from their respective ammo depot.
Yep. Texas A&M, that first kill making the base vulnerable to damage, but still shielded because the sentry is up.
Actually, if you look at the Nagoya base, it has taken some damage off of the overshield.
Yeah.
From that hero.
400, I believe. I think it's down to 1100 shield. The standard from Texas A&M trying to fire at Nagoya's sentry, dealing a little bit of damage, but really that spin is so effective here.
Sentry now level standard now level 3 for TAMU.
A&M out of money, out of projectiles. It's going to be a second before they can really get some more.
Only a few seconds as the timer takes down to 2 minutes 59, I believe is whenever they're. Oh, it's 3.
There it is. Good clock management by A&M. Only 5 seconds of vulnerable standard time.
I know John, the Stratcom lead in the chat, is probably going to have a heart attack if that's not well managed.
Nagoya's spin working pretty well here, Matt. That's a lot of projectiles from the TAMU robots. They switch over, and you can see how much faster it starts to deal damage to the actual driven robots of Nagoya.
Sentry only having 50 health left on the side of Nagoya is going to drop that overshield that's already been taken a little bit out. Looks like that hero's going to die from an overpower. Hero posturing for some shots on the sentry. We'll see if it's able to connect any with 9 projectiles it's able to fire. As the TAMU standard waits patiently for some more gold to purchase ammo.
Which robot? We're looking at the Nagoya robots. You could see one of them basically almost has a hat.
I believe that is the hero with the massive hopper up above.
The Nagoya standard trying to fend off both the hero and the standard of Texas A&M. A tall task.
Very tall, but looks like it's effectively distracting the hero. You can actually see a little bit of a smiley face on the end of that hero.
Double kill.
Looks like that's going to be a double kill coming across. As now standard from A&M. Barrel heat. That juggles a little bit. It looks like it's pretty worth it.
Juggles a little bit. Matt, this time this was pretty enlightening. It took A&M quite a bit of effort to get down the sentry of NU. I mean, it makes me anticipate watching Texas A&M try to take down the sentry of Colorado, which spins even faster.
Just
there we
see
go.
how this barrel is working
Aced.
in favor of TAMU for doing a reasonable amount of damage.
Has the
Nagoya's
hero
base.
for Texas A&M fired more than
I
a
believe
couple
it only
projectiles?
shot
Maybe
a few
2
times.
We'll see on the
By
stats screen,
ammo
but
count, only 1.
yeah, we'll have to see if there was something wrong with the Texas A&M hero.
that's going to be a driver-controlled robot victory for TAMU versus Nagoya.
Yeah. Again, the Sentry for Texas A&M not really doing much here. You'd think versus these teams where they are more confident about winning, they'd be having the Sentry go in an aggressive posturing position so they can be testing things like firing at the enemy robots, right? But we have 6 42mm projectiles from Texas A&M. Not terrible. But look at that damage. That's pretty good. That's a little higher than normal. Usually it's around 2,700. So 3,000 total damage.
This year, they were not able to get them put on board beforehand.
Close. Now we got things to work on for next year still.
Definitely gives the electrical team some work to do. Not that they have not been working tirelessly to make sure that all the harnesses and everything work for various robots, but
Game start. Round 2 of Texas A&M versus Nagoya. Standard actually having a bit of trouble purchasing. There we go from Texas A&M. That's behind their normal pace. 12 seconds out of the gate. Might start keeping track of that for a couple of these teams. Going to start to matter later on. And that first burst, nothing hit armor panels. This spin from Nagoya is quite good, Matt.
quite good, but it's not going to save their hero that's not spinning from getting first blooded very, very early, giving an early level 2 lead from an actual kill on robot, from robot on robot combat, not just an overpower, but the overpower is also going to still put them ahead. Now the hero level 2 and the standard level 2 for A&M is going to be a hard deficit to overcome.
4 minute or a sub 1 minute level 3? No, you're going to go back and get ammo. They're not going to make it.
Ooh, Sentry looking like it's actually overpowering.
Oh, there it is. 4 minutes and 8 seconds left. Level 3 standard. Sub 1 minute level 3. That's going to be done and dusted. I don't
Sentry is slowly losing health because it's moving apparently too fast, which is going to be good news for A&M because A&M seems to struggle hitting those moving armor panels, at least on the Nagoya Sentry.
Double kill.
I think they're just going to prove that they can as they knock it offline while its health was already draining.
I'd like to see Texas A&M's hero now trunk out this base. Maybe they're trying to practice firing at robots. Doesn't seem like they're taking out the opposing hero either, though.
Hero with 5 rounds still.
You see the hero from Texas A&M shaking their head there. That might indicate that they've got a projectile jam. Sometimes teams shake their head just as a meme and to be fun and communicate. Sometimes they shake their head because they think that a projectile is stuck and they're trying to shake some things loose.
Progressive maintenance sometimes does do the job.
Yep.
3 minutes left. Nagoya's base is damaged and not going to be able to be repaired.
Texas A&M currently dealing with the same issue that UW does when if you play fast enough, you just don't have the economy to take a base out using 17mm projectiles. So going to have to start using those hero shots if they want to deal, you know, well, they're going to be really close, but, even if they hit all of the remaining projectiles, still only would have been 100 damage, leaving them 300 damage short. Back again.
17mm are just not what you want to be using to try to take out that base. It's effective if you need to, but the hero would be such a better option.
Because they're stuck here for 25 seconds with no standard projectiles, no gold. Okay, now no standard projectiles.
Looking like at negative 25 capacity.
Uh-huh. That's what I was saying earlier. You can get away a little bit in 6 seconds. And they'll be able to get some more projectiles. I'm not sure why their hero isn't firing. It's very disappointing. They're going to have to get that sorted out. It's not going to be sufficient to use 17mm projectiles, just like we've been saying about UW all day. You can't really take these bases against good teams. Uh-oh.
Looking like Nagoya is not able to see anything from their hero. And now that standard is also knocked offline as we move into the cockpit of TAMU standard.
And there is a TAMU win, taking down the base, limited by currency. So both UW and TAMU relying on their standards for base damage means that they end up getting limited by currency.
Nagoya's hero having a bit of a spasm on the field.
Yep, doing a bit. They do a bit of spinning.
Yep, no hero projectiles fired from TAMU. Could just be a systems check or could be